Hello all, welcome to Journal Solution. So in this session we are going to learn about the proxy ARP, that is PR. So ARP, PR will work on the data link layer, that is layer 2, as well as layer 3, that is network layer of OSI reference model. PR will addressed by layer 3 device like L3 switches, router and firewall. PR work on the gateway devices. PR use its own layer 2 MAC address, that is 48-bit MAC address, to find the gateway's MAC address. It uses along with IP address, that is layer 3. PR work within the LAN environment only. How the layer 2 device, that is switch, will learn the MAC address from the host. What is mean by default gateway IP address? How to configure the IP address on the layer 3 device like router. So these are the things we are going to see in this session. For a proxy ARP, we need one router, 2 switches, 4 systems. So we have taken the topology like this. For proxy ARP, we need a layer 3 device because we are going to communicate between 2 different networks. So I am using 1841 router that will contains 2 fast Ethernet 0/0 and fast Ethernet 0/1. And I have taken the 2960 Cisco Catalyst switch series for local area network. That is, one is for 192.168.0 network, another one is for 192.168.1 network. I have taken the 2 computers and the 2 laptops in the respective networks. Now we need to assign the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway for 192.168.0.0/24 network. So statically, manually we need to assign the IP address. So here I have used 192.168.0.100 for system, that is PC0, and 192.168.0.200 for laptop 0, followed by the subnet mask class C 255.255.255.0, and I am using the gateway IP address as 192.168.0.1. To verify this, use the ipconfig space /all to view the layer 2 MAC address as well as our layer 3 IP address. So before starting our lab, so we should ensure this IP parameters is properly assigned in the devices. Now go to the one network, assign the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway for 192.168.1.0 network using the static. Manually we need to assign. Once IP address, subnet mask, default gateway is assigned properly, then check the ipconfig /all command. So it will list out your layer 2 address and the layer 3 IP addresses. So here in one network, I am using 192.168.1.1 as a gateway IP address. So this gateway IP address will use to connect with the another network. This IP address we should assign in the remote device. And one more information about the default IP address, it should be in a same segment IP address only. After assigning the IP address on all the device, the topology will look like this. So here in this diagram, I have mentioned the IP address and the subnet mask of the devices. For router fast Ethernet 0/0, I am using 192.168.0.1 as a gateway for 0 network. For 192.168.1 network, I am using 192.168.1.1 as a gateway IP address. Now select the router. So in the router, we need to select the CLI tab which is available on the third. So once booted, it will prompt to enter the initial configuration. So here we need to type no. So hit the enter key. So now the router will prompt you in a user mode. So how to find the user mode? The greater than symbol, that is angle bracket, it will prompt. This indication shows the user mode. In the user mode, some limitation of show commands we can execute. So here we need to type enable command to switch to the privilege mode. So the hash symbol or the hash prompt indicate the privilege mode. We can execute some show commands. Here we cannot able to do any configuration. For the configuration, we should go with the configure terminal command and it will switch over to global config mode or system config mode. Now type show IP interface brief command to view the list of interface available on the router. So type interface fast ethernet 0/0 and followed by no shutdown. Then we need to assign the IP address and the subnet mask. These are all the interface level command we need to execute in the router. Type Ethernet fast Ethernet 0/0 no shutdown IP address and the subnet mask. Like that, another interface we need to give the another IP address range, that is 192.168.1.1. So two things we need to remember while configuring the IP address in the router. We need to give the no shutdown and the IP address and the subnet mask. Show IP interface brief to check the IP address once you given the commands. Now it was very clear that both the fast Ethernets having the IP address, admin up and the protocol is up. Now type show IP route to view the routing table of the router. Now it was very clear that 192.168.0.0/24 is directly connected on fast Ethernet 0/0. 192.168.1.0/24 is directly connected to fast Ethernet 0/1. In interface level, we have given the valid IP address. Now the router will convert your valid IP address in the network IP address. So router always maintain the routing table to forward the packet. So it will not look any MAC address. Now type show IP interface fast Ethernet 0/0 to view the MAC address of the interface. So here they have mentioned that BIA, that is burn in address. After finding all devices interface layer 2 MAC address, the topology will look like this. Now I have copied all the physical address and pasted it in our Cisco Packet Tracer workspace for our reference. So we can take last 4 digits to mention. For PC 0, C1 D2. For laptop 0, 3034. On the router interface fast Ethernet 0/0 2801. And the one network PC1, there should be a 9373. That is a layer 2 MAC address of the system. For a laptop 1, 86B0. For interface located on the router, the fast Ethernet 0/1 2802. Now ping from PC 0, that is 192.168.0.100 to laptop 0, that is 192.168.0.200. So this communication will happen through the switch because it's a local area network. For this communication, we need two parameters. One is IP address and the subnet mask. The IP address, which will indicate the same network, and now the switch forwards broadcast to the all the ports except the port it learns. Now this switch, there is a layer 2 device will broadcast your frame because initially it doesn't know any MAC address. So for that purpose, it will broadcast the frame. Once the broadcast is completed, now the MAC address will be learned by the switch, then it will form the unicast communication. Once a frame is received on the port number fast Ethernet 0/1, now the switch will learn the system MAC address. The switch only going to maintain the MAC table to forward the frame based on the layer 2 address. Now laptop 0 reply to the frame. Now the switch will learn the MAC address of the laptop 0. Like that only switch will learn when the frame should come inside the port or leave the outside the port. That is egress and ingress port. Ping from PC0, that is 192.168.0.100 to PC1, that is 192.168.1.100. Now this is the two different networks we are now trying to ping. That is, we are trying to check the layer 3 communication. So now the system will forward the frame to the switch forward the frame to the router, then the router looks at default gateway to forward the packet. So because this 192.168.1.100 is not a local IP address, using the default gateway IP address, now it will try to find it. Now that frame will be further forwarded to the switch, then the switch will forward it to the client. Then the respective client will give the reply. Now layer 3 device router is used to forward the packet from one network to another network. It uses default gateway IP address assigned on the desktop and laptop systems. Now PC1, that is 192.168.1.100 will reply to the PC0 192.168.0.100 via switch. It receives the forward the router. Now again it will reply to the same by using its own default gateway IP address. Now layer 3 device is used to forward the packets from one network to another network. Now check the PC0 192.168.0.100 ARP table. We will get the 192.168.0.1 IP address, that is router default gateway IP address on the subnet mask. Even though it was tried to connect from the different network, you will get the default gateway because layer 3 device router never allow any broadcast traffic from one interface to another interface. So it will send its own IP address and MAC address for the communication. Now check PC0 192.168.0.100 ARP space -a table. We will get the 192.168.0.1 because this system will communicate the gateway IP address. This gateway IP address and the MAC address will be learned in the PC0 ARP table. So many of them think that because in earlier sessions we have learned the ARP and the reverse ARP. Now this is in proxy ARP. So behalf of any other network, the router will send its own IP address and the MAC address. That is called proxy ARP. Now the PC0 will not learn PC1 layer 2 MAC address as 001011DA9373 due to proxy ARP by the router. Now this query has been stopped because of this proxy ARP. Trying to reach, but it will limitations. Now check PC1 192.168.1.100 ARP table, we will get 192.168.1.1. This 192.168.1.100 is just reply to that packet. For the reply, it will get its own network gateway IP address on the layer 2 MAC address. Because of the ARP, the router will never send the layer 3 IP address or layer 2 IP address. So it will send its own layer 3 IP address on the layer 2 MAC address. Now, any query within the LAN will not bypass or will not forward by the router interface. That is, it will generate only up to the gateway level. So the broadcast will be locally significant in the L2 level. In L3 level, it won't allow. The router never support the broadcast traffic due to layer 2 limitation. The ARP request from one network to another network system is not possible. The router sent its own MAC address and for layer 2 communications called proxy ARP. This is our end of our proxy theory session. Now we will switch over to the lab session. So here I have taken that all the system statically assigned the IP address. Now we will check the ARP table of each and every system. So initially it should be a empty ARP-E, it should be empty. PC0. I'm going to check the laptop also. So ARP-E, so nobody has contacted. This system is also not contacted any other systems. Now ARP-E, no entry is there. Go to this laptop, check this command prompt ARP-E, no entry will be there. Now go to this switch, select the CLI, so enable, then I am in the privilege mode. We need to execute the command show MAC -address table. Still there is no MAC address learned by the switch. Go to the 192.168 network switch, select the CLI, then type enable in the user mode. Now we are in the privilege mode. Now type show MAC address table. Now still it not learn any MAC address. Now from the PC0, I'm going to ping. Okay. So PC0, I'm going to ping 192.168.0.200. Now, once you try to ping, now I'm getting the successful reply. Now you can check that ARP-E. Now you can get your 192.168.0.200 IP address as well as the layer 2 MAC address, that is last 3034. Now go to the switch. Now try to enter the same command show space MAC address table. Now we can able to see the 192.168.0.100 MAC address and 192.168.0.200 MAC address. So like this only the switch will learn the layer 2 MAC address whenever the packet comes inside or the leaving the port, it will learn the MAC address. Now our scenario here, I'm going to turn on the simulation. Okay, so in the simulation I'm going to filter that ARP and ICMP packet. Now I'm going to communicate from PC0, that is 192.168.0.100 to 192.168.1.100. These are all two different networks. For connecting the two different networks, we need a layer 3 device. That's what we place a router here. Now go to the router. What we have done, enable show IP interface brief. So fast Ethernet 0/0 is assigned the 192.168.0.1. Fast Ethernet 0/1 is assigned by 192.168.1.1. Now our admin is up, protocol is up. Now we need to check show IP route. It will list out your 192.168.0 network is connected on fast Ethernet 0/0. 192.168.1 network is connected on fast Ethernet 0/1. Now check show MAC address here. There is no entry will be there. Show ARP also you can enter here. By default it have its own interface. Okay, it has its own interface MAC address only. This is ARP. Okay, now I have turned on the simulation mode. I am going to the PC0. Now I am trying to ping the system call ping 192.168.1.100. This 1.100 is located in the different network. Now try to hit it. As usual, that PC0 will generate the two packets. One is ICMP packet, another one is ARP packet. So ICMP, we will know that there is source IP 192.168.0.100 and the destination IP will be 192.168.1.0.100 and the 1.100. Now select the frame, that is layer 2 frame. So it has its own MAC address C1D2. Now that PC0 doesn't know the PC1 MAC address. That's what it using the layer 2 broadcast MAC address. That is 12F, correct? Now I'm just going to select the forward. Now the packet will be forwarded to the switch, correct? Now this again it forwarded to the all the ports which is LAN except the port, because now this switch doesn't know where this 192.168.1.100 is available. At the same time, the switch doesn't know the MAC address of the 192.168.1.100. That's why it's broadcasted. So switch always do the initial broadcasting. Once it learns the MAC address, then the unicast communication will happen, one-to-one communication. Now this router reply to the packet for the PC0 with its own MAC address, because from the gateway, that is 192.168.0.1 gateway, it will reply its 2.2801 as its own MAC address. Now this query will be given back to the PC0. Now PC0 will accept its query. Now you will get the layer 2 MAC address of the gateway, that is 2801. Now further communication, now that ping again will go to the switch 0, then switch 0 will forward to the router. Now router is ready to forward the packet, because your destination IP address will be 192.168.1.100. Now it generated one ARP also, because it know its interface address 2802, that is fast Ethernet 0/1 MAC address. Now trying to find, even router also doesn't know, try to find out the 192.168.1.100 layer 2 MAC address. Now again the router will forward its query to the switch. Now again this switch 1 doesn't know where the 192.168.1.100 is located. Now again this switch will do the broadcasting. So once the respective system only accept the packet and the other client will discard the packet. Now just try to open this packet, because the IP address you have mentioned 192.168.1.100, which is not belongs to me. That's why I am discarding this packet. Now open this packet. Now it was accepted, because this IP address belongs to me only. Now this client is going to reply for the packet. Now it was changing that 192.168.1.100 as a source IP, and the destination IP will be your gateway, that is 192.168.1.1. Now again the communication will happen to the switch. Now this switch will not going to broadcast it because it already learned the MAC address. Now it will forward to the gateway. Then now this gateway will forward to the switch. So like that, this communication will happen for a 4 successful reply. This communication will happen. Now see this. So this will keep on communicating. Okay. Now I'm going to the real mode, that is real time mode. Now go to the PC0. Go to the PC0. Now you can get the successful reply. You will get the successful reply. Now 1.100 is reachable from 0 network. Now try to open your ARC table of your PC. Now you can able to see that is 0.200. It's my another laptop system IP address. 0.1 is my gateway IP address and 2801 is my gateway's MAC address. Now I cannot able to find 1.100 MAC address because of the proxy ARC. The router never ever support the broadcast. If you need any layer 2 IP address, I will give. If you need any layer 3 IP address through the default gateway, I will query your answer you. Now try to open your PC1. Earlier we have a empty, that is ARC, no ARC entry found. Now try to open ARC space -e. The same command I am going to execute now. Now you can able to list the IP address and the subnet mask. Here you can find your one network gateway IP address and its respective layer 3 MAC address, layer 2 MAC address. So this PC1 is just reply to the packet. It is not communicated, it is communicated by the PC0. So even it was communicated also, it will try to get the own MAC address and its layer 2 address only. So this is called proxy ARC. Now go to the router. Now enter the same command, show ARC. Now you can able to find what are the clients it can communicated and communicated with the IP address as well as its MAC address. For 0.100, here we have seen that C1D2. So C1D2 is there. For 1.100, we can know that 9373. So 1.100 9373 is there. Okay. So like that, the PC which can communicate with each other, the router will maintain the ARC table. Router also will maintain the ARC table. So ping 192.168.1.200. I'm trying to ping both the laptops. Okay. So first reply will be request timed out due to the time limitation. So then the consecutive 3 replies may be success. Now in that laptop, now I can able to enter the ARC-A. I can get my gateway's IP address and the MAC address. At the same time, I'm going to the one network laptop. I'm going to execute the command ARC space -a. I can get my own MAC address. I can get my gateway's MAC address. I can get my gateway IP address as well as its MAC address. Now go to the router. Again, give the same command, show ARC. Now the router can learn the IP address and the. Usually router will forward the packet based on your network IP address only. that is gateways which you assign in the desktop and laptops. It's a layer 3 device. But switch, that is layer 2 device, earlier it is not learned any MAC address. Now this switch 1 will learn the MAC address once the communication will happen. So this is the gateway which we have assigned, which is connected on the router, and fast Ethernet 0/2 it is connected laptop, and fast Ethernet 0/24 is connected the router, this is system and the laptop. Okay, so this is a proxy or lab. Okay.
Okay, thank you all.